Nightcrawler.
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 All right. Welcome back to Popcorn and Beers. We've got your butter on top. They will kill you. No, not them. The movie is called They Will Kill You. And then, of course, in our memoriam to Chuck Norris, we have our drunk classic, Sidekicks. Sorry, Chuck. Let's go. All right. We're there. That intro took a little long because we had to get ready to bring you Chuck Norris's aunt's best friend's son's pity party's favorite movie podcast. That's right. This is Popcorn and Beers, and you know how the slogan goes, where some use tomatoes and others use thumbs, we use the stuff that gets you drunk. So we kind of got a double butter. Put more butter. Butter.
Double border.
We went and saw Ready or Not Part 2, and then I went and saw They Will Kill You. So I'll be quick with They Will Kill You. One of the things that we have to remember outside of Oscar season is we started this show to rate movies for what they were. Like, take them as what they are, right? Don't think everything is compared to The Godfather, right? Don't take everything as compared to a horrible Oscar winner like Shakespeare in Love. Don't take everything like let's consider the film that they were trying to make in our ratings. And Josh, I think, was really good at this. Josh is very good at this because he tries to respect, in most cases, what they're trying to do, and he did this with Boy Kills World. Really love Boy Kills World. I think I like Boy Kills World. Jordan did. They Will Kill You is made in that vein.
Gotcha.
So They Will Kill You has an awesome cast. Let me just say that. An awesome cast.
They Will Kill You stars Zazie Betts, Tom Felton, Tom Felton, aka Draco Malfoy, Heather Graham, who I love, Patricia Arquette, and Maya La and Patterson Joseph. Small cast, apparently.
Small cast.
It was so fun, okay? And this movie, I cannot tell you what it's about because it will spoil the whole movie. That's what kind of movie this is.
Cool.
It is for what this movie was, which is just a fun fever dream of action and ass kicking and resurrection. It was insane. It has no business being a Popcorn and 2, but it is a Popcorn and 2.
Wow.
Let me just get you interested. There's a scene with a flaming axe. Where someone just goes ham. There's a scene with air vents that were designed in the 1930s that they're crawling through made of wood, and it's hilarious. I was laughing hysterically. It was almost ruined by the little dickheads that wouldn't stop talking. By the way, don't talk in the movies. Shut up. You're not funnier than the people on screen. In fact, all your friends are just doing courtesy laughs because you're a jackass. You're all alone. No one loves you. Stop talking during movies. But
it's true, kid. It's true.
I hate it so much. It's like right up there with talking on speakerphone at the gym. No one cares. Your friends don't even like you. Go ahead, Jordan.
That's really bad. I don't think I've ever encountered that one.
Yeah. These youngins that are working out, they think everybody gives a shit about them. No one gives a shit about you. You're going to see that when the real world punches you in the face. But with this movie, Zazie is on fire. On fire. She is fantastic. Every scene she's in, she eats, man. She eats in every scene, and you're just like, I dig this. It's stupid, it's silly, and I love what they're doing here. They want me bought in to something that's off the wall crazy, and from jump, with Pigman licking feet in a bed, you're like, what is happening?
Sign me up.
What is happening here? Heather Graham hits on every single line. She's hilarious in this movie. What's wrong with you? You know it doesn't matter. You're going to come back. That doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Like, as these people are getting their ass kicked all over the place. Like, it goes to show you can live for thousands of years and still be an idiot. That's what this movie shows. It's really deep about what's worth selling your soul over. Like, what is worth selling your soul over, and would you do it? The hotel is fantastic, and when you see 17 locks happen behind you, what are you thinking, guys?
Thinking cartoon.
Yeah, I'm thinking I made the wrong choice, the wrong decision somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't be here. Like something's about to go wrong. There's no reason for any door to have 17 locks. Am I in a bad neighborhood? Is the street outside called Martin Luther King Street? But it's
No more locked doors. Gracias.
I cannot stress this enough. It's not a Hollywood masterpiece, okay? But it's an hour and 30 minutes of slap you in the face fun with some good humor, some interesting storylines, and just an over-the-top, ridiculously silly villain that is right in line with what kind of movie this is. All right? So if you want fast fun, go see They Will Kill You. I'm going to give this a popcorn and 2. Now,
Popcorn and
I
we
will go
also
see it.
have, yeah, you guys are going to have fun. Josh, it's right up your alley. It is
going, baby.
like,
Sounds like it.
what's that, Jordan?
Sounds like it's right up Josh's alley.
Yeah, it is. It
I
is
wanna watch
Josh's kind of film. All right, so we also have, like I said, the double butter. Double butter.
Butter.
So we have Ready or Not 2, starring Samara Weaving. She is back as the bride, but it brings us all new characters. Jordan, what did you think? And we'll rattle off this cast here in just a second. What did you think of Ready or Not 2, Here I Come?
I was thinking more not. Ready or Not, I was not. Not. It was a not. What is this? Original one came out about 8 years ago?
Okay.
Just about? Something like that. And look, I don't know if they thought like people were still dying for this. I think that desire had possibly passed, but also maybe Samara Weaving's kind of on a little bit of a rise here. So they're like, you know what? She's kind of hot right now. Let's bring this back.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Sorry, they're always franchise building, of course, and they just producers love it when someone gets to say, "Oh, here we go again." Not to mention the main characters both look like Sabrina Carpenter, and she's so hot right now.
Hansel's so hot right now.
Hansel.
It is quite the ensemble cast. Each character more ridiculous than the next. All right, so here we go. We've got Samara Weaving as our main girl, Catherine Newton, who you know from Abigail, from the movie Freaky, from Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Quantumania.
Quantumania, yeah. Sarah Michelle Gellar in this.
She's
cool.
Okay.
I like her in this, Jordan. I liked her in this. I did. I think it was right in her vein of Buffy the Vampire Slayer like style, humor, and line delivery.
Yeah, just not a lot to work with on her character, really. Yeah. Sean Hatosi, who you know from what is one of the scary movies? Is it The Faculty? That's what he's from. Of course. Future potential drunk classic for sure. Yeah. An alpha dog and some other things. He's in The Pit. Elijah Wood. Mm-hmm. And then it's followed up by a long cast of just kind of these character actors. Mm-hmm. Every character that they introduce to you is just bananas, batshit crazy. Like they're just very over the top stereotypes and just.
I was like, this is filled with more racial stereotypes than any movie in the last 5 years.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. The whole sister dynamic was an element that this just did not need at all. I liked Catherine Newton. I like her. I think I like the energy that she brings to like a cast and all of that and on screen. But the relationship, like she could have just been a whole separate character. The sister, like they could have just been best friends, and I think that would have been okay. But the whole sister thing and then the family drama and the pausing ever so often in the middle of all this funny action and stuff going on to be like, oh no, but it's your fault, and oh, but I love you so much, and blah 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 blah. It was just like, oh my god, shut up.
It was like a worse version of the relationship of Rocky and Ryan Gosling's character. It's like, that's a perfect way to describe a relationship between two people. This was terrible.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I would not put that anywhere near the same orbit. Rocky is a American literary and now cinema biographical hero. Okay.
Well, remember, Josh says he doesn't exist in literary because Josh is that guy.
What am I?
He's reading the book.
Samara Weaving, her screaming, and I think that's one of the draws for her in these things. It's very unique, and I don't like it though. It's not. I don't
think she's great at it. Like that blood curdling scream.
Yeah, it's very disengaging for me. I don't know. And then she's in another movie coming out. This weird like drama thriller comedy with Jason Segel coming out. It's like an A24 movie. If you check out the trailer for that.
Yeah.
And the trailer, she does it like 3 times, and I was like, I'm not gonna see that movie just because that is annoying. It's like an alarm clock almost. That's what it reminds me of.
She was also though in 9 Perfect Strangers with Nicole Kidman on Hulu, which apparently has a second season that I should probably check out, and she was fantastic in that too, like in her character.
9 Perfect Strangers there's a season 2 out already?
Yeah.
Huh. I liked the first season of that show. Anyways,
but it was packed with great actors.
Yeah.
it
was good.
Like even a bad cat or a bad script, like those actors are gonna carry that.
Yeah. It is a simple premise here. Okay, they're playing hide and seek. I mean, really, that doesn't have much to do with this at all. It's mentioned from the first movie, but the whole hide and seek factor is not really an element of this. But it's just a simple premise. They're gonna hunt these 2 girls. A bunch of rich people are gonna what is it, that classic novel where the rich guy hunts the people on the island, the deadliest game. Deadliest game, yeah. They're gonna deadliest game these 2 blondes. And shenanigans ensue because the rich people that are doing the hunting are just they're pretty morons. They're morons themselves, and it just goes absolutely off the rails though. Like with the whole cult aspect of it, that is it's there in the first movie for sure, but they go heavy.
Of course, there has to be a cabal. How could you not have a cabal?
Oh, it goes heavy on the cabal.
Cabal.
Yeah, it goes very heavy. Just like, what is happening here at the end of the movie? It is so. It's just corny, silly. This movie sucked. I'm gonna tell you, it shouldn't have even been made. It just should not have been made. I can't really think of a single solitary element that I was like, this was good. No, there's nothing about it. This is a popcorn.
So they did introduce one new kill. When you make a movie like this, like here's I'm just doing this for you. I'm doing this for you, writers, directors. Don't do copy and paste. Introduce us into some new kills. You know why Thriller's been good? Because they keep finding new creative ways to make this clown man murder people. Like that's why people are they're like, what is that clown man gonna do this time?
What kind
Terrifier,
of murdering shenanigans?
You mean Terrifier?
Yeah. This one didn't have that. This one had one new kill and much of the same from the previous movie. There is an intense scene where you find a man that has felt that he was powerless abuses a woman, so trigger warning there. Like it's a pretty intense like beatdown that he gives one of these girls for really no reason. No, and then he does it again, and it's kind of like, wow, okay, so you're really like pushing this guy is a bad guy. Also, Sarah Michelle Gellar, if you can shoot a tiny drone from 1,000 yards away, you should be able to hit a person.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
Yeah, that scene back to back, I was like, that makes no sense. How could she hit that tiny drone flying through the air, but not the person standing right in the middle of the green?
Yeah.
I did enjoy the ex-fiance angle. I thought that was funny. That was a lot of fun. I thought that the two of them fighting on to the song "Turn Around" when they couldn't see anything was pretty hilarious.
That was hilarious. Yeah, for sure.
There were elements like they could have had a winning movie. They just didn't want to. They just were like fast money. Yeah. Fast money. How do we throw some shit at the wall and hope it sticks? And that's what Ready or Not, Here I Come is. It's terrible dialogue to start. Like the dialogue doesn't ever really get good. The score and the soundtrack could have been amazing for a horror movie, but they didn't want to pay for the rights to anything, it seems. So instead, we get a couple interesting scenes. Elijah Wood, you got Elijah Wood in your movie. Use him. Use him. He's fantastic. Like, that guy's going to eat in every scene he's in, and you criminally underutilized in that. I will say the Middle Eastern brothers were hilarious. I thought they were really funny. Well, at least one of them was. The little Hispanic boy was pretty funny. There was a lot of elements that could have made a good movie. They just refused to. They were like, we're not going to do this. We're not in this to make a good movie. We're in this to make a good paycheck. So I hope everyone made a good paycheck. The first one was decent. I didn't mind it. It came out around the same time as The Hunt, right? So two very similar movies, Armageddon, Deep Impact, all that stuff. We're going to give this a popcorn. I'm going to agree with Jordan. But I don't want to shy away from it. It did have elements. There were things that could have happened, that could have sprouted great things. But yeah, Jordan nailed it. You don't have to remind the audience that they hate each other every 30 seconds. Yeah. Like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon said you keep doing.
This is high school date night slop. Like, you're just taking your high school girlfriend out, and you're just gonna,
and that, you're right. And Friday, they probably know that, and they're like, we could make a good movie, but hands are gonna be under shirts. We're not gonna.
Look, society is proving these idiots will keep paying for anything. So let's just keep sending them to the theater to pay for nothing. Like, let's keep that theme going. Speaking of pay for nothing, we had a drunk classic to honor Chuck Norris, and it was called Sidekicks. And Josh said, to be honest, this is probably the movie I most associate Chuck Norris with. And then I said, what about Enter the Dragon? Anyway, I didn't say that. I should have. That was a missed opportunity. Josh, what did you think of the movie that most sits with you starring Chuck Norris?
Speaking of Enter the Dragon, we should have had more chest hair in this movie. Sidekicks. Chuck Norris, man. Chuck Norris is the one of the heroes that everyone knows. I mean, we don't have to talk about it. No introduction necessary, of course. But wow, that hair. You right?
Yeah. It was pretty nice. It's so many haircuts in this, though. Yeah. So many haircuts.
It was so well treated. And the beard. Oof. This guy. And those high kicks. Anyway, what a fun movie.
It's got a
what
funny cast, though. I mean, you got Beau Bridges, who's still everyone's TV dad. You've got Danica McKellar, who's like in all those those shows with what's her face, Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Eva. Mendes.
No. Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively, thank you. Like Gossip Girl, thank you. She's in all those type shows, and she's still around. Speaking of racial stereotypes, Josh, go ahead.
Well, that one actually is it's a strange topic to get into because they were careful to let you know that the woman was full-blooded Japanese American, but she's clearly half white. I don't know why they had to cast that way, or why they had to announce it. You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing was weird. But also, I wanted to mention the father figure, the Sifu, that guy.
Mako.
He was
Mako.
Much less stereotypical than I would have expected for that time period. He was kind of just a regular dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like. Yeah.
Except I have to get back to the Frying Dragon restaurant in the middle of the tournament. Like, come on.
Yeah, that was a little bit much and totally unnecessary. Like, they built tension for nothing. Reminds me of the... Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, fun movie, cool movie. The ending where he's like, "Oh, was he there the whole time?" It got me thinking. Like, I guess, let's say, 80% of this movie didn't happen in the world of this movie. Most of the movie didn't happen. All of it was imagined. This kid is sick in bed and dying, and
Schizophrenic.
yeah. No, but it was a lot of fun. I want to give a shout out to the bad guy. He really pulled it out. The cartoon character bad guy dude.
Yeah, the sensei.
Yeah.
You know what he reminded me of? Rex Kwon Do.
Rex Kwon Do, for sure. The whole
Joe
thing,
Piscopo.
Piscopo. Fun movie though. Really intense main guy. Was he in any other movies like ever again? Because he definitely had movie face.
Yeah, he's Joe Piscopo. Let's see, what else is he in?
The main character?
Joe Piscopo.
No,
Oh, the
he's
main
talking about
character.
the kid, Jordan.
Oh, the kid. The kid died. Actually,
It's Jonathan Brandis.
yeah, he died of he sadly killed himself. So
Well,
Product of
He was
that
in the
time.
Never-Ending Story. He was
Yeah.
in Ladybugs. He was in It. He was in Heart's War, starring
kid.
Bruce Willis. So he was in a few.
probably some child Hollywood stuff, man. That
yeah,
sucks.
exactly. He's of that era.
I'm really sorry to hear that. What a way to bring up a bummer, Jordan. My fault. Anyway, I want to say, speaking of RIPs, this is the first time we've really had a big RIP. We've had plenty of like big names pass while we've been on the show, but this is the first time that we've like done a drunk classic in honor of someone who recently passed. I have like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We didn't do Varsity Blues when James Vanderbeek died.
yeah, like there's a lot of big names, and it's like, okay, I guess we're just not going to talk about that. Okay, well, because. But we're changing policies around here. Chuck Norris starts this trend. I really enjoyed
I
this
love
movie.
that Josh just points out a key flaw in our show's history.
Well,
Here's a key flaw that we've never done before. Perhaps we want to explore this.
It was just interesting to me because
It is.
I always mean to mention it when it like what shit who just passed? What's her name?
Oh, Catherine Hahn.
When Catherine Hahn passed, I was like, oh, we should mention this, and then I meant to, and it just like we miss it. Anyway.
Yeah. But we're selfish and we want to rattle off our drunk classics and not have to choose one of somebody dead.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do, dead people. Back to this movie. It's a very fun movie.
I don't think Catherine Hahn is dead.
Yes, it was Catherine Hahn, right?
Not
No.
Catherine Hahn.
No. I'm so sorry. It's
Jeez.
Catherine. Yeah. Okay, rewind that.
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Catherine Hahn is very much alive and hilarious and glorious.
And we all love her.
You scared the shit out of me. I was like, when did Catherine Hahn die? I started looking it up.
Cliffhanger.
Back to the movie. We're way off the rails now. This is a fun movie, and it was better than it deserved to be.
Yeah.
This belonged in the trash, but it climbed out of the trash boldly, and I liked it. I mean, this is honestly, for what it is, like Fry said, like a kid's movie. Like, it's popcorn in one, man. It's not bad, and the whole concept is fun. It was good.
What kid didn't have an imaginary friend? Can we
Exactly.
I didn't have an actually, I didn't have an imaginary friend.
didn't have an imaginary
But like the thought of it, right? Like Drop Dead Fred style.
Well,
like
yeah.
every kid thought about it.
Well, the daydreaming hardcore. I did a lot of that. Like I just wander off.
I mean, I've seen your
sometimes.
art.
Yeah. Not so much the secret best friend thing, but like I talk to myself. I don't need a best friend. That's all I got. It's a popcorn in one. It's actually a fun movie. I was surprised at how entertaining it was.
It's funny because Jordan is like I can tell he wants to say his opinion
I've got a
about
lot to
this
say
movie.
about this movie. Yeah.
Last thing, the white ninja outfit was actually pretty cool looking. Like, I want one.
So this movie, this is the incel manifesto right here. He's just the kid, wet daydreaming about Chuck Norris, requiring the world's biggest, goofiest inhaler you've ever seen.
Yeah, I used to have one of those.
The thing is massive. I've never seen an inhaler that big.
I used to have one of those.
Really? That?
Well, it's a tube though. It's not just the inhaler. It's like it has to go in like this tube thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nebulizer or whatever. The racism we've already mentioned, the stereotypes and stuff going on here is just off the charts. It's very I wouldn't say like it's trying to be like really offensive, but it's just making jokes at things that you just kind of like can't joke about anymore.
Yeah, but it's obviously.
No, actually, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, you wouldn't say that they're kind of in on it? Like in the very beginning, the bad guys dressed up like Genghis Khan.
Yeah. But they do use things like the R word, like they, you know, and it's like, whoa, he just said that.
Yeah.
With his whole chest too. It's like,
Did you forget what the 90s were like?
Yeah. Him beating up they're just on a date and these drunk bikers come in the middle of the day and they're just talking crap to this guy just sitting there. Like,
no reason.
No reason at
So
all.
funny.
Yeah. He beats him up with the fan blades. I love this. Was a fun movie to like narrate. Like I was watching this and just like talking while like making fun of things while watching this was so fun. Like I had so much fun doing that. The way that I see the best part of this movie was the daydreams though were so cool.
Yeah.
Like these are elements of movies that I want to watch. Like I want to watch that movie too.
Yeah.
And that
Watch
movie
the
and that
whole thing.
movie. Yeah. The way that they transition into them was very cool. Like how he's walking and then all of a sudden he's like it like morphs everything. The whole world morphs into him into war. Sorry, knocked over my microphone because I got so excited.
My boner knocked over the microphone.
Transitioned to him into this like war scene. What kind of high school is this that they're going to?
Yeah.
And like I always feel like that's always my thing in this. These watching
How
these
about
movies.
the other guy too? The other professor being so forward sexually with his colleague. Like what is wrong with
a creep.
you?
Yeah, everybody's a creep in this.
That was really weird.
But by far, my favorite line in this is the the coach. What are you? Are you a man or are you Marvin Milquetoast? It's like, what did he? I had to rewind it. What did he just call it? Marvin Milquetoast. And I had to look that up. I had to look that reference up, right? Of course. What does that mean? And I can't even explain it to you. I can't. I read the description of this, and it's like so obscure. It's like from a comic strip. Yeah, it's from like a comic strip of something that was adapted from like some French pop culture reference. Like, I swear, look it up, and it's like Marvin. What are you, Marvin Milquetoast? Get up there! It was. Oh my god. And then in the hospital, the sensei is rubbing his chest in the hospital, like, this is my. It's hard for me. I'm not going to do a voice, I promise. This is my.
I want to do it so bad, just so the audience knows. It's all I want in this scene right now.
He's constantly giving him these fluids with his secret ingredients and magic in it, and he's like rubbing his chest, and it's very disconcerting. It's very disconcerting.
Master's always doing ancient Chinese secret with me, and I don't like it.
Yeah. And then imagine being the poor bastard that you show up to this like local karate tournament, and you're like, I gotta fight this guy. I gotta fight Chuck Norris. Like, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, you're fucking this whole thing up for these kids, Chuck.
Yeah.
What was funny though is the guy in the blue gi actually like ate in that scene. Like, he looked like he was like, what the hell is this? Like, he had that look on his face.
Yeah.
I gotta fight Chuck Norris. Like, he had the look of that. Exactly what you just described.
It's like, it reminds me of Scary Movie 3. The last great Scary Movie, where they're hyping him up, and he's like, "Wait, I got to rap battle that." It's Fat Joe. He's like, "I got to rap battle him." Like, yeah, you got the unlucky draw. So Sidekicks, like I would say this is a bad movie.
Yeah.
But it is again, it's like 90s bad, so it's okay. But it's fun to watch this with like a group of people that like to poke fun at this while watching it. Like that made the experience of watching this so much better. But I got to give Sidekicks a popcorn.
It's popcorn. I get it.
For what it is, let me just tell you, I saw this movie when I was like 6 years old, and I've remembered it my entire life. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I still remember this movie. Like I said it last week to end the show. More razor blades in the bubble gum. I've been saying that for no reason for most of my life.
It's true. You just say it sometimes.
Why would? Go ahead.
I can't help myself, but yeah, that is the scene. And then I always remember the white ninja suits. I forgot a lot of the movie. How free the 90s were with stereotyping racists.
Oh, yeah.
It was so bad watching. I was like, oh, it's a little much in 2026, but in the 90s, that stuff was like, okay. So how do we feel? Like, do I feel bad because I'm laughing? Like, am I supposed to feel bad? It was funny. And I'm remembering it in the 90s.
It's funny because it's bad.
That's probably what it is, man. You're probably right. The choreography is so silly. Did you guys notice when they're doing the tornado kicks? They're not hitting anything.
Oh, there's a lot of bad stuff. Yeah, for sure. Anyway,
there's a lot of Karate Kid in this. There's so much, and they're trying to summon, I think, that nostalgia from Karate Kid and say, hey, who's a modern star? Chuck Norris. How do we get him in here? Imaginary friend. Let's go. I love it. Let's roll. And that's
Fucking
exactly
Chuck
what
Norris.
you get. I love the Doomsday music. Get that logo off my screen. I love the Doomsday music with the girl. I like you, just not like that.
Oh, you played him.
The saddest music. Dun 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 dun. Like it's like the saddest like score ever because a girl rejected him and said, "Can we just be friends?" That's gonna be a theme in a lot of movies I watched this week. It's a popcorn one for me. It was fun. I laughed a lot. Popcorn and one, yeah. Josh, were you agreeing with me or were you needing a moment?
Oh, I do. I just before we get into what we watched, I just had a quick comment on last week's Drunk Classic, and I'm kicking myself for not having thought of it beforehand, but it had to be mentioned. We watched Nightcrawler last week, and I'm not sure if you guys knew this or if anyone else has noticed or whatever, but Nightcrawler, the formula of the movie is exactly like the average like college guy gets the girl, wins the prize thing.
She's like the
You know what I mean? Like the
version.
guy, he doesn't know what he's doing with his life. He finds something, he gets better at it. He faces opposition. The girl gets involved, but she's against him. But then at the end, he wins the girl, just like I mean, this is the only difference is he's a fucking sociopath, and it's dealing with dead bodies. And I think that is a really, really cool. Yeah, he gets. Yeah. I mean, it's exactly like Teen Wolf or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's beautiful. I think it's really fucking cool.
He said, before you rebuttal, just know that I came to that. That is my last final offer, and I came to that number very carefully. That whole thing. That's been like that stuck with me. Yeah.
All right. So
Anyway,
Josh, since you're rolling, what were you watching? Let's just go right to you with what you were watching.
Oh yeah. Sure, buddy. I watched. I think it's a classic killer. I watched A Few Good Men. I watched it on the TV version, so it's got the swear title. The swearing is it's changed. So I really need to watch what happens. There's a scene in the end when Jack Nicholson gets mad at Tom Cruise, and he says on the TV version, while people are like holding him back, he's like, I'm I'm gonna rip out your eyes and puke in your dead skull. That's what he said on TV. So I really want to know what he said in the movie.
I'm gonna skull F you.
I really want to know what they shielded me from.
Yeah, if I'm gonna puke in your dead skull was on TV, I really need to know what's in the R-rated version. But anyway, back to the movie, A Few Good Men. If you haven't heard of this, you're stupid or you're very young, or both. This is Alan Sorkin. If you haven't heard of him, he did pretty much every crime, procedural, West Wing, whatever. He's the guy.
Huge dialogue guy. Sorkin is a huge dialogue guy.
Big time dialogue guy. And this was the movie that... I don't know if this was his big pop-off, but it was definitely the one that got him a bunch of Oscars and stuff. This is also Rob Reiner film, so R.I.P. Yep. And great movie, incredible casting. Didn't deserve the casting it got. Even the side characters were like, whoa, holy crap. This is a movie that is a show. These days, it's a show. There's no movie like this anymore.
Jack Nicholson, Demi Moore, Tom Cruise, this is a star-studded cast. I think even for its time, it was star-studded.
Oh, yeah. Kiefer was in it, and he was already way time big by then. He was probably just cultivating his adult career, whatever. All of it was really good. The pacing was really good. I only have one small issue with the pacing, and it's the scene where Jack Nicholson, they show you in the beginning that he's clearly the bad guy. I'm not sure if that was done the best it could have been done. I understand the need for it. It's good for the audience to know that he's the bad guy. I understand that, but I think there might have been a better way, because they kind of they break the rules, and it follows Tom Cruise, and then just for this one scene, Jack Nicholson, but then back to Tom Cruise. It's just they could have done it better. Anyway, overall though, incredible movie. Like I said, it could have been a show if it was made today, but I think that would have wasted it by throwing in all these extra things. This is completely trimmed, fat, perfect 3-hour movie, or two and a half. I don't know. It's damn good, obviously. And I've seen the last scene before. I've seen You Can't Handle the Truth. I've seen that before, but I haven't seen the whole movie building up to that. And it really gives you goosebumps. The whole thing is just great. And Tom Cruise, man, he used to be an actor, man.
He's still.
Obviously, he's still an actor, but his focus is on the grandeur, which is awesome because he's the man for that. He's Michael Jordan of grandeur. But man, when he was just a character actor kind of guy, holy crap, he was good. Anyway, great film. Popcorn and 3. Jack Nicholson. Oof.
Top 3. So I got into a new Hulu movie. It stars Vince Vaughn, stars James Marsden, who Cyclops is having a party right now. James Marsden his career did not really take off after he played Cyclops, right?
It
didn't go where we all thought it was gonna go. But he's in Paradise, a show I'm watching right now. So I'm on season 2. He's in X-Men Doomsday, reprising his role as Cyclops.
He's in Sonic the Hedgehog, which is wildly successful.
For no reason successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for that guy. He deserves it.
Yeah, he's crushing it. And this one also has Emily Hampshire, Keith David, Eliza Gonzalez. Keith David, you know him. He's got one of the best voices in Hollywood. Princess and the Frog. He's in Coraline. You know him when you see him.
Yeah.
But the movie itself, okay, it's a time machine action comedy. And it works. It's silly. And you look at Vince Vaughn and his delivery of his lines, and maybe he's so good at his line delivery because he's never asked to be anyone outside of that person. He's never asked really to stretch outside of maybe The Cell, starring Jennifer Lopez, right? He's always Vince Vaughn, and his line delivery, that's all I want. Is that okay for me to say? It's fine.
No,
I want Vince Vaughn.
Sure. People go to Will Smith movies, they used to, because they wanted Will Smith.
Yeah.
People, Tom Cruise has become Tom Cruise. There's movies, there's actors that are them. Yeah, for sure.
With the time travel elements, you get these. It also had Ben Schwartz, but you don't get enough Ben Schwartz, who is fantastic. If you don't know who Ben Schwartz is, he's John Ralphio from Parks and Recreation, Sonic. He's amazing.
Improv master.
Yeah, improv god. He's one of the kings of improv. But in this movie, we've got a cannibal assassin played by, wait for it, Dolph Lundgren. They got Dolph Lundgren to play a little bit role in this movie. The end sequence, the end action sequence is bananas. It's off the wall, crazy in the end action sequence. And right in the center, you've got an amazing classic Vince Vaughn dialogue with a gas station cashier where he, don't say anything, say nothing. And the guy, the guy decides he's going to say something really quick. And then after like everything changes in the scene, Vince Vaughn looks back at him and goes, that didn't seem like saying nothing, does it? Feels a lot like saying something. And the delivery of the line is so perfect with his stare. With Vince Vaughn's like got to be like 6'5", 6'6", staring down at this cashier with that line.
Yeah, he's good.
For what this movie is, it's a popcorn in one, but it was funny. It had its moments of, okay, that guy's a total asshole, silliness. There's a whole running joke about, hey, does your dick still work? What are you saying that for? Well, I'm just saying, man, you're getting close to 40. Things stop working at times. And then like through the whole movie, he's like, you got it in my head, man. Now I can't do anything. It's in my head. So, funny jokes, funny themes. It's not a perfect movie, but it's got the characters that you want to succeed. It's got enough fun. It's got a kitty cat for Jordan. So we're going to give this one a popcorn and one. Jordan, what were you watching?
I got to watch Peaky Blinders, the Immortal Man on Netflix. And, the great show, an all-time great show at that. Anytime somebody's like, oh, I just got Netflix, which, like, what are you doing? You just got Netflix? I mean, good for them, honestly, fighting against the machine and all that. But, like, you just got Netflix, and somebody's like, what do I watch? And Peaky Blinders is always one of the first shows I recommend.
Yeah, I'm with that.
This story needed an ending, and this was an ending. I'll say that. Like, it was an ending. There you go. You got it. Okay? Because,
so it wasn't necessarily bad?
Nah, the series had a weird ending. And it was implied that, yes, like, yeah, because everybody, as soon as that ending happened, the kind of social media sphere was just like, okay, well, like, we're going to get, like, a 3-episode finale special, and then the rumors about a full-length movie to end the series were like immediately kind of put out by the creators and all of that. But it took a long time for us to get there, but we finally got there.
I've been reading that Barry Keoghan killed it.
Oh, what do you like, in a good way?
Like, in a good way, yeah. Like, he crushed the role that he was cast into.
Dude, this it's not even a trend anymore. It's becoming sort of the norm of streaming show gets movie to finish everything off, to cap it up.
Yeah,
it's one of the best things to ever happen.
Yeah.
Closure.
Yeah.
So they packed an entire season. There's a formula to Peaky Blinders, to a season of Peaky Blinders, and they find ways to keep it fresh every season. They packed an entire formula of a season into a couple of hours, and I don't think that format fit, because you just didn't get to. It just seemed like a lot of like hard sulking, and then all of a sudden like, oh, okay, yeah, here's the plan, we're going, boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Like, it didn't have enough time to marinate and build into it and build out of it. It was kind of just like, oh, God, he's being kind of whiny, and then all of a sudden like, oh, now all of a sudden you're like, you're ready to stop. Like, you could have, I don't know. But yeah, Barry Keoghan killed it. Menacing, perfect, Shelby, like, fits into the whole Shelby verse and all of that. Like, great. Awesome. Anyways, a lot of returning characters, beloved returning characters, the ones that are still alive. Rebecca Ferguson comes back as like a weird character, but it's like, all right, you got to kind of just let it happen the way that her character is brought into this. Yeah. And then Stephen Graham, which I forgot was a character in the original series, but he is on fire, man, and he is a vortex in scenes. He just rakes in the drama. Just love him. Want to see him in more things.
That's crushing it right now.
Yeah. So Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man. I'm gonna give it a popcorn in one.
Popping one,
And
baby.
let me rattle a few off. I saw The Secret Agent, finally, starring the last actor that I had to review his film. This is Wagner Moura's nomination for Best Actor. This is a film that opens in 1977 Brazil, and you're introduced to a leg that was eaten by a shark, and you find out that the government there was, I believe it was, oh gosh, I have a note of this.
I like that you're introduced to a
Military
leg.
dictatorship. Sorry, I had to find my note. It takes place during like the peak of a military dictatorship when people were trying to get out, and it was also at the height of like, are you a communist? If it's a communist, we're going to execute you. You know. And there's a lot of that going on, and you're introduced to this whole cast of characters living in this hotel that are all trying to escape because the government has put out death hits on them. They have hitmen after them. They have like literally like old west wanted posters with reward for killing these people because they're suspected communists, and there's so many of them, and he plays a great scientist who insults a friend of this military dictatorship because he insulted not just him and his project and what he's doing, but he's trying to monopolize what he's been doing in this university, what him and his team have been doing to create revenue for Brazil, to create a future for Brazilian universities. And it's an Italian guy, and they talk about it. And then they go out to dinner, and Wagner Moura's character is trying to talk to him. This is a really strong scene that really leads to why Wagner Moura ends up in this house, why he's being hunted by the government. And the guy and his son are incredibly disrespectful to Wagner Moura's wife. He goes, "Oh, so it's so crazy because you were a secretary, right? That she's a teacher now, and she's and through the whole scene, he has a free wife, which we all should have. He's not controlling her. And she's talking to this guy, saying how disrespectful he's been to not just her, but her husband, and she's not going to tolerate it. And the whole time, he won't even look at her, and he's like, you need to control your woman. Your woman's out of hand. Control your woman. And the guy's son gets up and pushes his wife. And so Wagner Moura's character punches him. And then it's on from there, and it is terrible. You see the fall of his family and what occurs, how his son has to live with grandparents because everything hits the wall for him, and then we come back to he's in this house, and it goes back and forth pretty well between his past and his present. And this movie is shot so well in an 80s style that I kind of started to dig it after a while. And you got to pay attention, like I've been telling the audience all the last 2 weeks. It's a lot of subtitles, so of course I'm seeing all these aesthetics, and I'm like, this movie should have been nominated for best costume and set design, like hair and makeup. Like, this is phenomenal. I feel like I'm watching like an 80s movie right now with how they did this. It was really good. The soundtrack, the score, it was beautiful, and it sucks you in. Wagner Moura, I don't know that he should have been nominated, to be fair. I don't know that his performance was that strong. I think that he is right up there with Hamnet, and if you're gonna take out the lead actor from Hamnet and not give him, Paul Mescal, an opportunity to compete and replace Wagner Moura, it kind of feels like you're just doing it to have an international film actor in the best actor category. I felt like both their performances were comparable to one another. Neither one I felt like really deserved it. I don't think we should be so far removed. Like, sometimes we don't just have to put people in there. So I'm going to give Secret Agent a popcorn and 2 for the story. All right, so the next one I'm going to review is This Thing On, starring Will Arnett and Laura Dern. And I just have to say this: Will Arnett still in amazing shape. Will Arnett is still in great. He still looks great. He's got like old man in shape body now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like he has that. And Laura Dern, Jurassic Park, still gorgeous. And they have great chemistry together in Is This Thing On? And if you're unfamiliar with this film, it follows a couple that are separating and debating whether or not they're going to get a divorce. You've got Bradley Cooper that also comes in. You've got lots of character actors that you recognize outside of those three, but Bradley Cooper is kind of like Will Arnett's friend that tries to give him advice and then misinterprets advice, and that leads to its own thing, which is hilarious. But it's also a story about how important communication is in a relationship, not just for one party or the other, but both people have to understand. One, ladies, we can't read your mind. We're dumb. We're stupid. Like, stop thinking we know what you're thinking. We don't know. We're stupid. When we ask, I don't know what happened, we're not being funny. We really don't know what just happened. We have no clue. Like, we're not doing it. We want to make the situation better, but we have no idea why you're upset with us. So, and honestly, if we really dig in, it could be a multitude of things because we do things wrong all the time.
Yeah.
This movie highlights that, and it follows Will Arnett as they are living in two separate residences, and they haven't told their kids yet, and eventually the kids do find out in the film, but before the kids find out, Will Arnett just needs to get a drink, and he stumbles into a comedy bar, and it's a $15 cover, and somebody walks by him, and he goes, well, why didn't she have to pay the $15? And he goes, she's on the list. And he goes, the list for what? The performers. And he goes, put my name on the list. And he has to go up with no act, and he's obviously depressed. He's in this sensitive state, and he just starts talking about his relationship and what he's going through. And it kind of builds from there as the comedian community starts to pull him in and accept him. And it's really funny because at one point he does think his wife is sleeping with somebody else because they're separated. And he does this whole act about, and then your mind wanders. Is he bigger than me? Is he better than me? Does he make more money? And all I can do is like, God, I hope it's not a surfer, because those surfers are so cool and they're always so attractive and they have no worries. And then I start to think, what if he's a rich surfer? Then I'm really screwed. And he's like, you could tell it's an act, but you could also tell it's his real thoughts, the character's actual thoughts. And after he gives this act, because he's supposed to be moving on and he believes that his wife is sleeping with somebody else, he goes up, and one of the other comedians is like, talking, we should hook up. And he goes, what? Like, because he's been married for 26 years. He's been in a relation. Like, people talk like this now? Yeah, I think we're going to do this. You and I are going to hook up. Like, just very adamant, like, this is how it's going to happen. We're going to do it. And it's funny because it's very good about not showing things. It's very good about, okay, subtlety is an art here. We understand what's happening. And we cut to the next scene. We know what's happened. And she's getting ready. And he goes, holy shit, are you a nurse? And she's, no, fuck you. I'm a comedian. What the fuck are you, some finance guy? And she walks out of the house. And it's really funny about, no, this is what I'm doing to support the career I want. I have this job to support the career I want. I identify as this job. And Will Arnett's portrayal of this character is so good, and it kind of makes you want to take your chance on something you may like. And I tell people this all the time. People are like, well, why do you try that food? Or why do you go to this country? And I always tell them, I don't want to miss something that might be the best thing I've ever had. Like, if it sucks, cool, I throw it away or I never do it again. But if it's the best thing ever, could you imagine? That's why I say yes to so many things. Like, I might find the coolest thing ever or accidentally avoid the coolest thing ever simply because I said no. If I say no to you on something, it's probably because I tried it and I hated it and I don't want to do it again. But if I've never done something, I'm going to do it because I don't know. That might be the coolest thing ever. Like, I might miss it. And that's the energy you get from Will Arnett. It's like a more introspective, in-depth yes man. It's a more realistic version of Yes Man with a stand-up comedian. And the actual comedians in this are so funny. you actually also get a cameo from Peyton Manning, which is also really
wow.
fun. And who wouldn't be intimidated if they saw their wife hanging out with Peyton Manning? Like, who wouldn't be like, well, the guy's a 6'6" quarterback with millions of dollars at a production company.
Seems like a nice guy.
So we're gonna give Popcorn and 2 to Is This Thing On? Jordan, what was next for you?
I watched The Rise of Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Our Friend Hillel. Okay, and it's a documentary about the rise of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, like how they came to be prominent. It was a long road, somewhat of a long road for them. At least that's the way it kind of seemed like.
You guys roasted me for liking the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
What? Never. This is one of my
You
favorite
roasted
bands of
me
all
because you're
time.
like, the lead singer's a terrible person, and
He is. No, make no mistake about that. Like I have to separate the guy from the art for sure on this one. A lot of the members are, a lot of the members are pretty terrible guys. I'm not, but besides the point, it's about one of the mysterious founding members, childhood friends of Anthony Kiedis and Flea. His name is Hillel Slovak. I've never heard of this guy. Like I know a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers lore, but I've never heard of this guy at all. And he seemed like a fascinating guy that, unfortunately, drugs, got him. At a time where like a lot of the
90s story, man.
Yeah, super talented, like very, very much the backbone of the band and developed their whole style and their whole attitude and everything. A very artistic, thoughtful guy. So it's unfortunate. You get a lot of almost completely narrated by Flea and Anthony Kiedis, as well as a couple other
music.
Guys. Oh, it's fantastic. You get to see all of just the evolution of their style. You see bits and pieces of it throughout, like, oh yeah, that's where they're, keep going on that. Like, the end of the story, they do end up wildly successful. But when you hear a note of something, you're like, oh yeah, that's the Red Hot Chili Peppers right there. You're like, it's exciting, right?
Okay.
You get the intro to the band of John Frusciante, and their current today guitar player, who has a wild, like his lore and everything is a wild story, not the best guy, kind of odd. So you get like how he gets brought into the fold. Interestingly enough, you have zero mention of Chad Smith at all in this movie, which is weird. I don't know, because he's been around for like he was there before John Frusciante was, I'm pretty sure. And they have no input from Chad Smith at all, which I thought was unfortunate because he's a very beloved member of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's everywhere. He's Will Ferrell. Come on. Yeah. But I loved this documentary so much. I'm a huge fan of Red Hot Chili Peppers music, and I was watching this, and at a certain part of it, I kind of snapped out of a trance, and I told my wife, I was like, I forgot everything around me in my environment existed for a moment there. Like I was just like, I was there. These guys were talking to me. Like I was just so enveloped in whatever was happening in this whole thing, the story.
You were the one interviewing them in that moment in your head.
Exactly.
You were the kid from Sidekicks.
Exactly. So I got it. You don't get enough of what like the hit eras is what I'm gonna say. Like you don't get enough of like the triumph. Really, they really keep it on the ground. But I love it. I loved it. But I'm gonna give it a popcorn and 2.
Popcorn and 2 for the Red Hot Chili Peppers documentary, available on Netflix. As you guys can tell, I went on a bit of a Hulu binge. Hulu has so many good movies right now. So I'm gonna do 2 more that I watched on Hulu. I watched Rental Family, starring Brandon Fraser, a struggling actor that moved to Japan because he got a role as a toothpaste character in a commercial. And he's known as this toothpaste character, so much so that a company that runs a business where people can rent families or rent people to be with them or be around them, sees him and they go, you would be great at this. Like, we have work for you. You can go in his career field. And it weaves from there. And it's beautiful and happy and sad at times because there's a little twist and you're just like, oh, dang, like, I was mad at him, but now I just feel bad for this character. It's not Brendan Fraser's character, but you're like, oh man, I feel for him. Like he's going through it right now. And that's maybe why some of the business gets so dark. They offer an apology service. Okay. And this was rough to watch, but essentially it's men that rent out one of the female actors to go apologize to the wife for their husband sleeping with them. And It gets them, like, it gets her hit multiple times. And you're just kind of like, oh, and there's a line with Brendan Fraser where he notices she's got a little bruising and he goes, everything okay? And she goes, apology service. It's our most popular service. And she like talks about it and you're like, wow, like one, men suck. Like, again, like, and we're going to get to more of that. Like, you suck, and you get a little bit of that. But two, it builds up Brendan Fraser's character, and he's so good at playing like this beautiful person. And it makes me think he's just this great person in real life. And I really don't want to find out more about him because I don't want it to be true or not true. Pardon me. I want to believe that he's this great person because in this movie, he's so kind and so sweet. There's a scene where he breaks the rules of the rental family and he takes a man who is about like going through some dementia and things like that. And he's very old. He's a former actor to his former home. And it's a beautiful scene where he finds this chest that he digs up, this like, what do we call those, time capsules? And pulls it out and he's looking at all these pictures and he goes, what is this? And the line is, this is my life before my life. And it hits so hard while he's reading it and while he's seeing it. And I mean, like, we forget the kind older people in our life because some older people are dicks. Some younger people are dicks too. Some people our age are dicks. Everybody's a dick. But the kind older people, they lived a life and we should be interested in some of their stories. Like I say all the time, a lot of the old movies that I give you guys on here come from my grandma Bonnie and my grandpa Mike's like movie shelf. That, and Jordan can speak to this. It was giant, right? They had like 3 giant movie shelves.
Yeah.
And we had all these old movies and we'd watch them at holidays, like movie after movie after movie at holidays. And there's so many stories there and so many fun things to learn and understand. It opens with a fake funeral so a guy can feel beloved like by people. He wanted to take his own life and he didn't think that anyone cares, and he does this rental family thing for a funeral where he rents people around to say things about him and say that he was loved and what he was able to do and accomplish in his life and that he was gone too soon. And it's a heavy scene, but you could see how it can make a positive difference, and that's where this movie goes. There's a really nice storyline with a little girl whose father's not in the picture, and that's kind of the crux of everything. We're going to give Rental Family, starring Brendan Fraser, a popcorn and 2, and if you're not careful, it's going to get you.
War Machine. So War Machine, Alan Richman, right? The brick shit house from
it's
Richson, whatever. Alan Richman, taking a break from beating up dads in front of their kids, right? If you haven't seen that on social media.
Did you see what led to that?
Yeah, I know. He was well within his it was reasonable for him to do that. Guy was being a Karen. Yeah. Dennis Quaid, who, we all want to see less of. Bad guy from Mission Impossible is in this. And the guy from a show, Drink Link here, from the 11/22/63, the Netflix HBO show with James Franco, who plays Lee Harvey Oswald in that show. He is in this for a little bit. He gets absolutely murked for like very unceremoniously, which was weird. This was annoying, right? Very you nailed it all. Like, it's very AI, it's very slop, bad effects, all of that. The whole, like, these guys are trained to be Rangers, right? And just everything's going down, and the guy's like, we need a minute to process this shit, man, because we're human and we need sleep and food. It's like, shut up. Shut all the way up. Like, you're just a machine. You don't understand. Like, okay. All right, buddy. And then he gets murked. It's like somebody, I'm going to say this is a perfect synopsis, I think, for me. It's like somebody made a movie out of like a cell phone, one of those cell phone games that's like Jetpack Joyride or like Temple Run.
I told you, it's like Mech Assault.
Yeah. You're just like running from this machine. Like, that's the whole movie. That's the whole movie. War Machine. Yeah, it was. I liked the whole training and stuff. Like, I love that. I'm a sucker for that. The military boot camp, all of that stuff. Like, huge sucker for that. So it was that aspect of it was entertaining enough. But I got to give this a popcorn. It's watchable action sci-fi slop, but it's a popcorn.
Gotcha. Give us your classic.
Quick question. We've been on this, almost 4 years? 4 years? I don't know. Have you guys given us your top 10 already? You think we've been through your top 10?
No.
I don't think so either.
Top 10. I hate when people ask me what my favorite movie is. I know. Fucking question.
I've given some movies that would be on my list of top 10, but no.
All of you, like your absolutes are not all the way through yet.
No.
Okay, so just in line with that, these I got 2 picks, and they're both kind of up there. I'm gonna let Fry pick. Fry, do you want to go wacky? Or you want to go weird?
It's the same thing. Those are synonyms.
You go wacky or weird, bud?
We'll go wacky.
Wacky. Okay, this one is for Jordan specifically, but we haven't had. I don't think we've had lead actor Johnny Depp yet in a drunk classic. We're going Fear and Loathing.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Fear and Loathing, on my list.
Sure. If you can catch a director's cut, do it. And to quote my dad, halfway through the movie, he said, "Hey, is this movie just about people doing drugs?"
No.
Kind of, but maybe if you're on drugs, you'll see that it's about a little bit more, sort of about something more. Yeah, a lot of trigger warnings, but good movie, and I can't wait. Anyway, I gotta go. Love you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you everybody for joining us this week. We have Josh's Drunk Classic, of course, and then our butter on top, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario 2. I'm very excited about this. I'm sure you guys are too. We loved the first one. It's rewatchable as hell. So thank you so much for joining us each and every week, and we will see you at the movies. You get the popcorn, and we got the beer.